Path. Great to be here. Happy day, happy life, happy journey. How grateful I am to be with you all today. I am not at Rhythmia, as you can tell. I'm all bundled up. Um, I am in Italy, and I am here helping a friend of mine who's really sick. And it's been just such an honor to be here. And I'm so grateful to Rhythmia. I'm so grateful to Jerry that I could leave at the drop of a hat. Hi, Dorota. I'm in your time zone, Dorota. I'm in Italy. Um, so I'm so grateful. Nicole, great to see you. Welcome, everybody. I'm so grateful you're here. Anastasia, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so grateful to be here with you. I was starting to tell everybody that I'm in Italy, uh, and about 4.5, 4 hours northeast of Rome, outside of a little town called Penna San Giovanni. And I'm here helping a friend of mine who's really flowing with cancer, with pancreatic cancer. And the way she is flowing with this and being present with this is really amazing. Super. She is a wonderful teacher to me. In fact, this is the friend that introduced me to agape 12 or 14 years ago, 12 years ago. Hey, Corey. Hey, this little light. Great to see you all. Um, and this is the friend that introduced me to Rythmia. She was working at Rythmia at the time. Hey, Peter, downtown Toronto. Excellent to see you. Um, and so she's, hi, Petra. I'm in your time zone too. Thank you for the healing energy. We'll take all of it. But this has been so miraculous. I mean, this trip, what I was, the topic of this talk is flow and not flow. And what I'm seeing, hey, Robin, great to see you. Thank you so much for the love. We are so grateful. Um, what is amazing about this? Hey, Greg, what's amazing about this is the miracles that have happened, and that this whole illness that she's had is a demonstration of divine intelligence, a demonstration that we don't have to work so hard, we don't have to worry. Everything comes to us. So let me tell you a little bit about what's going on. So my friend calls me, and she's a very dear friend, but she's been spiritually an activator, an accelerator in my life. And she calls me and says, she's not feeling well. And then a week of tests at the hospital, and it comes back that she has pancreatic cancer. And uh, at that time, I was at Rhythmia, and I didn't know what to do. And I just had an honest conversation with her, like, hey, this is serious, and I don't know what to do. Thank you for the healing energy. Absolutely, Greg. Thank you, brother. And we talked, and at that time, there was a doctor, two medical doctors at Rhythmia, both of which were friends of mine. Neither of which had met Stacy. Actually, one of them had met Stacy. And I connected them. I didn't know. Spirit said, connect them. I was like, what can they do on a Zoom call from Costa Rica? She's in Italy. And that was how this all started. The one doctor, Andrea, lives in France and flew back home and then flew to Italy. She'd never met Stacy, flew to Italy and brought her some things that she needed, and also just did some energetic spiritual work with her, as well as attending to her medical needs and seeing. Now Stacy's in the Italian medical system, but additional care. The other doctor, Michael, is a friend of mine and introduced me to a compounding scientist who made a very special cannabinoid tincture that this man used to heal himself from pancreatic cancer 3 years ago. So these men have been working together. Michael and this other man, Dan, have been working together on matching different cannabinoids and terpenes in the cannabis plant to specific types of cancer, causing apoptosis in the cancer cells, causing the cancer cells to die. This is not FDA approved. This is not anything that can be, sold, but this guy used it for himself. My friend Michael introduced me to him. He met Stacy on the phone and offered this magic tincture, this healing whole plant compound that he made. Now, these guys are Western doctors, Western medical people, and they're using not only Western medicine, but uh, natural homeopathic medicine, not homeopathic, but naturopathic. So I flew from Costa Rica up to Los Angeles to pick this up and bring it to her in Italy, along with some other supplies. Now, dig this, on the flight up from Costa Rica to Los Angeles, uh, I got upgraded from economy to premium class, which was cool, but it was a middle seat. And I was like, oh, I really want an aisle. No aisle seats available. Okay. Like, all right, I'll take the upgrade. And I get up to the gate and I go, oh, I don't want to sit, in the middle seat for 6 hours up to LA. So I go up to the gate agent and I go, is there any way I can get an aisle seat? I'll pay for an upgrade to first class. Nothing available. Okay. What about an aisle seat in economy? Yes, there's one. I go, okay, I'll take it. And as soon as I said I'll take it, the booking agent went to look and went, oh, I'm so sorry. It was taken. You got to sit in the middle seat. Okay. So I sit in the middle seat and the people on either side of me come, and the guy sits down next to me and he says, I go, well, how long have you been in Costa Rica? Are you visiting? He goes, yeah, I'm visiting my daughter. And I'm going back to back home. I go, what do you do back home? He goes, oh, I'm a naturopathic oncologist. And I went, oh, well, that's why I couldn't get out of this middle seat, because I had to sit next to this naturopathic oncologist. We spoke for 6 hours straight the entire flight on the way up here. These people that I've all shared with you about have all joined this medical team. So this is just an example of, we don't have to strive. We don't have to try so hard. We don't have to, I was so worried, like, I have to research this. I have to figure this out. We don't have to figure anything out. I met these people that gave me all the information that I needed, information that I could not have had otherwise. So, continued, this is just one of many, many, many examples of how things flowed. When I was in flow, everything that I needed came to me in unexpected ways from unexpected places. Unexpected kindness. It couldn't have worked out better. What started all of this was a one phrase that Reverend Michael said when we were praying. He called Stacy to pray, and he said, I feel something wonderful is happening. I feel something wonderful is happening for Stacy. This is the key to being in the flow state, because the prayer is a technology that requires that prayer is a technology that requires that you have belief in something that your five senses are telling you the opposite. So prayer is faith and belief, even though the senses are telling you something different. When we can get into that state, my senses are telling me this is bad, all of it. But if I can feel that something wonderful is happening, if I can feel that, this begins to cause a reaction. Why? Well, there's a law. We live in a lawful universe, and there's a law of reversibility. The law of reversibility states that if if a if a thing, if an object or an item or an experience, hey Jason, love you, brother. Um, oh, you're in rythmia right now, Jason. Hey. Um, if an object or an item or an experience can cause a feeling, then the law of reversibility says that feeling can cause the experience of the item. This also works with electricity. If heat can generate electricity, electricity can generate heat. If magnets can create electric currents can create magnetism. This is the law of reversibility. So spiritually, when I say I feel something, I feel it. I have to feel it. I feel something wonderful is happening. My five senses are telling me something different, but I can feel, if I can generate that feeling, if I feel it, then according to the law of reversibility, the state or the experience has to happen. If I feel if the experience of something wonderful happening creates a feeling that something wonderful is happening, then the feeling that something wonderful is happening will create the experience of something wonderful happening. This is the law of reversibility. This is the importance of belief and prayer and faith. Um, and 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 this is the importance of maintaining a feeling tone no matter what the appearances are. The wisest man who ever lived said, "Don't get caught up don't get caught up in appearances. Don't get caught up in circumstance. Things aren't always what they appear to be." Carl Jung said, another one of the smartest men that walked the earth. Carl Jung said, uh, it was believed in anthrodomia, which is a Greek word for the union of opposites. That what you thought was bad is good, and what you thought was good is bad. When you get to that state, that is the state of union. That is the state of harmony, because there's no resistance. I thought this was bad, but it's good. There's no resistance there. This is harmony. This is unification. So the feeling tone, generating that feeling causes the experience. No matter what I think is bad, even though it seems bad, if I can to a place where I can feel that it's good, I've come into harmony, I've come into coherence. And it is that vibratory frequency of harmony and coherence that attracts more harmony and coherence. So, flow is that state of harmony and coherence, and we can generate it through our feelings. We need not do anything. Now, I'm not saying we need not do anything, we just need to be a certain way. And in that beingness, we create the experience, and the doingness then falls out of the beingness. Am I making sense? Greg, I see that Shelly, and God bless you, man, and Shelly, I love you guys. Please uh, know how much I appreciate you guys. But so flow. Now I had an experience of being in not flow today. Like everything has been flowing so well. Everything has been, even in the midst of, you know, late nights, early mornings of just pain. My friend is in a lot of pain, and not being able to do anything about it. Just being with her is challenging. But we've been praying, we've been meditating, we've been stating affirmations, we've been listening to good talks and to music, and we've just been being, we've just been, all of this is generating a feeling tone in spite of the appearances that something wonderful is happening. And in this, we've been in flow. Now, this morning, I got out of flow and I didn't realize it. And what out of flow was listening to outside sources. Right now we're talking about medical care and doctors, and so it's um, really important that you listen to them, right? But it's also really important that you know that we are playing with spirit, and that we must be in tune with that inner spirit above all else. And that's the inner spirit that guides us. So this morning, the nurse came. We're staying at this beautiful farmhouse way out in the middle of nowhere in the mountains. It's cold and snow-capped peaks. Very, very beautiful. And the nurse comes to the house, and they want to give Stacy something that she did not want to have. And I knew that she needed to have it, according to the doctors, a nutrition supplement. But she said, I don't want to do this. And I was listening to the fear, to the worry. No, we have to do this. Doctors say we have to do this. She's listening to something else. And being out of flow, I felt it so clearly, right? I could feel that in harmony, not in coherence. And all of a sudden, I could feel it physically. I could feel it in my body. So we know our feelings is so important to be in touch with our feelings, because this is the key. We'll know when we're in flow, we'll know when we're out of flow. And the only thing we need to do when we're out of flow, when we're not flow, is Observe it, first of all, and then turn back to generate these feelings. Turn back to generate the feelings of all is well. There's a divine intelligence here that is greater than anything. It has proven itself over and over again in each of our lives. If we look, how many times has there been a grace in our lives? Something that happened that supported you, and whew, I just got out of that one by the hair of my chinny chin chin, right? How many times, look back in our lives, how many times has there been grace? How many times has there been something that that moved us, that was beyond what we could have imagined, came from somewhere else? This is the connection. This is flow. This is spirit. This is that divine intelligence that has always been acting in our lives, that has always been uh, organizing and orchestrating things for our highest good. Um, Now, we have to anchor those moments of high resolve. When those moments of flow happen, another very important thing is that we acknowledge them. Oh, this is what it is. Then we can begin to tell flow, not flow, attuned, not to. Thank you, Peter. Peter's saying attunement, being in tune, playing the tune of your highest dreams that inspire you alive. Yes. So in tune, out of tune. Attunement, out of attunement, right? Harmony, in harmony. We can feel it. We start to acknowledge it. We start to place our awareness on it so that we get better and better at catching it. Oh, I'm out of flow. Nothing wrong. Don't beat yourself up. Just, oh, I'm out of flow. Good news. I'm out of flow. Now I know. Now I can get back into flow. How do I get back into flow? Center myself. Take a breath. Remember, all is well. I'm going to read you some statements that helped me get back into flow. Non-resistance is an art. When acquired, the world is yours. Non-resistance is an art. When acquired, the world is yours. The long arm of God reaches out over people and conditions, controlling this situation and protecting my interests. I am fully equipped for the divine plan of my life. I am more than equal to every situation. I am a good receiver. I prepare for my blessings. Rejoice and give thanks, and it will come to pass. That's the key. I prepare for my blessings. I'm rejoicing already and giving thanks, and it will come to pass because I'm generating this feeling tone of flow. I'm generating this feeling tone that even though the five senses tell me something different, let's go back to the wisest man that walked the face of the earth. Jesus at the Sermon on the Mount, if you recall, there were thousands of people that came, and he had 5 fish and 2 loaves of bread, and he blessed it. He gave thanks for it, and it multiplied, and he fed the masses. This is a story for us. We must give thanks and prepare for our blessing in advance. Prepare for it in advance. Now, there's a law about preparing for your blessing in advance. When you're preparing for your blessing in advance, when you have an idea of that good that you are feeling, right? I feel something wonderful is happening. I'm going to prepare for something wonderful to happen. I'm going to get ready for it. I think a great example is, back in the olden days, women used to have a hope chest, right? They'd have a hope chest. And so that's kind of preparing for your good, right? They had a hope. I want to be, have an unlimited, joyful, intimate relationship and marriage, right? No, but there were a couple violations of the law that happened with a hope chest. First of all, it shouldn't be a hope chest. It should be a trust chest. This is Florence Scovel Shinn, who I've been reading a lot lately, and she's a wonderful metaphysician. And so she uses this example of the hope chest. She says, first, it shouldn't be a hope chest, it should be a trust chest. Because hope works for the future. Trust knows that it's happening now. It's already happened. I feel it happening now. I feel something wonderful happening now. First thing is don't hope, trust. There's the hope, trust is present. I trust this. I know it. The second is you can only talk to people about your dream, about your vision, who can hold that for you. So you can imagine this person who had a hope chest. might have told all of her friends about her hope chest, and some of them might not have believed it could ever happen. Some of them might not have wanted it to happen for her, and some of them might have wanted it to happen. But there's a lot of confusion. So when you have a vision, when you have a dream, and you're working on creating the feeling tone of that vision. I see myself. It's already happened. I'm healthy. So, what would I be doing? I'm creating the feeling. I feel health and vitality. I'd be dancing. I'd be walking in nature, all the things I want to do. And you start to, now I'm doing them now. You're doing them now in your imagination. You're creating that feeling tone so it's so palpable. It's real. Now you're generating that feeling of health and vitality. Well, you can't talk to a bunch of people that don't believe it's possible for you to heal. You don't want to speak, you don't want to spread your pearls among swine, right? You want to spread those pearls with people who can hold that vision for you and who can support you. So you're creating, you're working, you're doing your inner work. You're going to your inner place and you're generating these feelings of what it is that you're visioning for, what it is that you're dreaming about, what it is that your heart and soul are calling, and you're holding that. And then you keep it private, or you share with only those select few that hold it for you, with you so powerfully. And this is trusting, and now you're preparing for your good. Let's say I want to have a party, and I want to have Wynton Marsalis play at my party. I love jazz. Or I want to have Keith Jarrett play at my party. So I have this vision. So I have to start preparing for it. And I'm only going to tell people that believe, if anybody can pull this off, JJ can, John Jacob can. He's going to have Keith Jarrett play at his party, right? That's my vision, and now I have to prepare for it. I got to start. I got to start planning the party. I got to send an email to Keith Jarrett's people and say, "Hey, what's possible? Let's start the dialogue." Right? I have to start doing things because that's showing trust and confidence. So the trust chest, instead of a hope chest, the trust chest. I'm creating this. I'm preparing for my blessing. So this is the word. I am a good receiver. I prepare for my blessing. I rejoice and give thanks, and it will come to pass. I am wide awake to my good. I have the ears to hear my intuitive leads, and the eyes which see the open road of fulfillment. The genius, this is my favorite, the genius within me is released. I now fulfill my destiny. The genius within me is released. I now fulfill my destiny. Nothing can hinder, nothing can delay the manifestation of the divine plan in my life. Divine light and intelligence illuminates my way, revealing the royal road of fulfillment. Let me now express the divine idea in my mind, body, and affairs. That's a good one. Let me now express the divine idea in my mind, body, and affairs. Hmm. So there's a little bit about flow and not flow, catching it when we're not, anchoring the moments of high resolve when we are in flow, generating the feeling tone of that which is seeking to emerge, that which we are holding a vision for, and remembering the law of reversibility, that if I can feel it, if having that party and having Keith Jarrett play at my party is going to generate a feeling of excitement and awe and wonder, then the feeling of excitement and awe and wonder will generate Keith Jarrett at my party. I don't have to know how it's going to happen. I don't have to worry like, there's no way, I can't afford it, blah, blah, blah. The law of reversibility says if I can feel it, and I mean feel it powerfully in such a way that it's palpable now, then I'm opening myself up to that flow state, and that flow state creates the circumstance, creates the situation, the thing that we want. It's the law. I've actually had killers manifest in an unbelievable way. I'll tell you that story another day. So, thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. Your beautiful prayers and thoughts. So grateful to be here with you. It's 8:30 at night here in Italy on a cold winter's eve, but it's very warm here with you. I'm so grateful. I am just wishing you not wishing you. I am knowing, I am knowing, I am knowing that you have everything you need to awaken to your divine plan for your life, and that it comes to you with ease and grace, that you are now expressing the divine plan in your mind, in your body, and in your affairs, that everything is working together for your good, and that you are fully equipped for every situation, and that this presence reaches out over you and organizes people and conditions, and creates a situation that is in your interest. It's working in your favor. Mm. Peter, Irene, Robin, Petra, This Little Light, Debbie, uh, Greg, Shelly, Jason. Gosh, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Robin, Anastasia, Corey, so grateful for you all. God bless you. God keep you. God shine his face upon you. Divine oneness. Hello. Thank you, beautiful. And I'll see you soon. The next time, next Thursday, I'll be in Costa Rica. So I'll see you then. Jeff, much love, peace, and richest blessings.